Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Friday, and you know what that means. It is time for a menu plan. No grocery haul this week, but I do need to get there. We need fruit. We are out of fruit. And you know, it's a mortal sin for me to be without watermelon in the summer. So we need to go get some fruit. And I also need to... I'm looking at I need to get some peppers for dinner this week because we have peppers slowly coming in from the garden, but not quick enough. And Doug asked for sausage and peppers this week. So I definitely need to go get fruit and peppers. And I'm looking, and yeah, I need a couple things this week. So just to put together the menu. So haven't gotten there yet, maybe over the weekend. So you'll see that next week, that grocery haul. So we'll see. I also need to get to Costco because we are out of sugar. I only have what's left in my upstairs canister, and Costco is definitely the best place to buy the kind of sugar we use, as far as price-wise. So next week, there'll be a grocery haul. All that to say, next week, there'll be a grocery haul. So let me turn you around and show you what we are having for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner next week. Sunday morning, kicking it easy with bagels. Doug has the 7:30 and 9:30 masses. So by the time he gets home, it'll be late. So probably just bagels, maybe turn it into a bagel sandwich. I don't know. Sundays are always tough for us. We generally don't do lunch on Sundays. And then dinner, I'm going to do steak on the grill with baked potatoes and a vegetable. Monday, Chunky Monkey oatmeal bowls for breakfast, Picky Plate for lunch, and then a new recipe, ravioli a la Betsy for dinner. Now, if you watch my channel, you know there's a recipe called shrimp a la Betsy, I think it's called. Shrimp a la Betsy? That we absolutely love, love, love. It's a Pioneer Woman recipe. Betsy is her sister-in-law. Well, this is a Pioneer Woman recipe, and it's ravioli a la Betsy. So we're going to give that a try, and I'm going to serve that with a side salad. On Tuesday, we're going to do egg bite. Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be egg bites and bacon. I'm going to make up some egg bites on Monday to have. Tuesday for lunch, tuna, and I just like to put that in a bowl and cut up some grape tomatoes and eat it that way with some crackers on the side. And then Doug asked for sausage and peppers for dinner. I'm not sure if I'm going to serve those as sandwiches or just with on a plate. So I'm really not sure about side dishes yet. I have to think about that a little bit. Wednesday, egg bites again, and then a turkey sandwich for lunch, and then Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes and a veg for dinner. Thursday, yogurt, fruit, and granola for breakfast, a Picky Plate for lunch, and then chicken Italiano sandwiches, one of our absolute favorites, fries, and a veg. Friday, breakfast sandwiches for breakfast, a Picky Plate for lunch, and then for dinner, classic stromboli. Now, I make a classic stromboli. This is a new classic stromboli recipe from the Pioneer Woman cookbook. Hers is just a little bit different, not much, so we're going to give that a try. I think hers has an addition of pesto, so we're going to give that a try. Serve it with a side salad. Saturday, pancakes and sausage for breakfast in the morning. Clean out the fridge for lunch, and then we have pinochle at my brother's. So no cooking for me that day. So that is the menu. That is what we are having next week for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. That is it. I think it looks like a pretty good menu, a very easy menu. The ravioli, I am not making homemade ravioli. I have never made homemade ravioli. My niece makes it, and I keep wanting to get together with her so we can do it, and we just haven't had the opportunity yet. So I will be going to a local, there's a brand, it's called P&S. It's local to our area. They actually have standalone stores, and it is all made in-house. So I will be going there to get the ravioli for dinner that night. Sausage and peppers is super easy. I just do that in the oven on a sheet pan. Salisbury steak's not hard. The chicken Italian sandwiches are not hard, although I do need to get roasted red peppers for that and provolone cheese. So I do need some specialty ingredients this week. I've been trying to avoid that. having to buy specialty ingredients for things, but I don't mind when it's things that will get used for other things. Like if I buy a 1/4 pound of provolone cheese and have some left, Andrew will take it on sandwiches because he has to pack sandwiches now for lunch because he doesn't have access to a kitchen. So like I don't worry about that. Like I need a jar of roasted red peppers. We'll use pretty much the whole jar when we make the sandwiches because we love them so much. So I don't mind buying stuff when it's not going to go to waste. I don't want to buy an ingredient that, you know, I have to buy a whole jar of and I'm only going to use a teaspoon out of and then not use it. So I try to be careful that way. But anyway, so you'll see the grocery haul next week. I promise you that. And that's all I have for you today. Short, quick, easy. I chatted longer than I did the menu, which shocking. Yeah, but anyway, that is it. I will catch you guys in my next video.